Aphrodite, known as Venus in Roman mythology, holds a prominent place in Greek folklore as the goddess of love, beauty, and sensuality. She is renowned for her captivating allure and represents the very essence of love. In the famous Judgment of Paris, Aphrodite was hailed as the most beautiful among the goddesses and was bestowed with the coveted golden apple, signifying her supreme beauty. Aphrodite's birth is wrapped in the intriguing tales of ancient mythology, emerging long before the reign of Zeus. According to one famous myth, she arose from the sea foam created when the severed organ of Uranus, the original sky god, was cast into the sea. This fascinating story, chronicled in Hesiod's Theogony, casts Aphrodite as the daughter of Uranus. It all began when Cronus, Uranus' son, used a sharp sickle to sever his father's divine organ, casting it into the sea. The remarkable fusion of this divine essence with the sea's waters gave birth to the enchanting goddess Aphrodite. Aphrodite's birthplace was the foamy waves along the coast, near Paphos in Cyprus. As she emerged, she radiated a beauty akin to the dawn, and the very earth responded to her presence. Every step she took caused flowers to bloom beneath her feet. Hore, the goddess of time, watched from a distance and awaited the newborn Aphrodite. She adorned the goddess with a golden wreath, dressed her in exquisite garments, and secured a golden girdle around her waist, enhancing her allure further. Aphrodite then ascended into the heavens, transported by a splendid chariot drawn by 2 doves, setting her course for the sacred Mount Olympus. Aphrodite's beauty left the gods of Olympus spellbound, their hearts captivated by her enchanting radiance. Her allure was as dazzling as the first rays of dawn, with rosy cheeks akin to blooming peach blossoms, radiant golden locks, and deep, alluring eyes reminiscent of the ever-undulating sea. Quickly, she became the most adored goddess among the divine assembly. However, her unparalleled beauty also aroused envy, particularly from the majestic queen of the gods, Hera, and Athena, the goddess of wisdom, leading to various tales of rivalry. Aphrodite's beauty wasn't confined to the divine realm. It also graced the natural world. Her presence brought forth laughter, joy, and prosperity wherever she ventured. Yet, this abundant spring couldn't last forever, as her beloved Adonis, embodying fleeting spring, was destined for a brief existence. Aphrodite, the goddess of love, paradoxically struggled to navigate the path of love herself. She was often ensnared by the whims of fate, and her quest for true love remained elusive. This mirrored the human experience of love, often entwined with uncertainty, anxiety, sorrow, and heartache. Aphrodite wielded a golden girdle. Some versions suggest it was a magical veil, concealing the secret of her allure. When she fastened it around her waist, it amplified her charm, stoking the passions of others and enhancing her power to captivate hearts. Upon her arrival in Greece, the unmatched beauty of Aphrodite captivated the gods, even capturing the attention of mighty Zeus himself. However, she declined Zeus's advances, which incited his anger. In response, Zeus arranged her marriage to Hephaestus, the blacksmith god, who was considered unattractive and physically impaired. This union left Aphrodite dissatisfied, and she sought retribution by sparking Zeus's philandering tendencies and permitting her husband Hephaestus to administer punishments to Zeus's paramours and offspring. Despite her marriage to Hephaestus, Aphrodite had numerous affairs, including Dionysus and Ares. Aphrodite's deepest affections lay with Ares, the god of war. Their union produced a range of divine offspring, including Eros, the god of love, Cupid, the god of desire, and Eros, the god of requited love. Priapus, characterized by an ample phallus, but forever in the form of a child. Harmonia, the goddess of harmony, and a pair of twins, Deimos, the god of terror, and Phobos, the god of fear, alongside others. Aphrodite also bore children with various gods and mortals. The tale recounted in the Homeric hymns tells of a dramatic moment during the Trojan War, when Hephaestus discovered Aphrodite's secret relationship with Ares, thanks to a warning from the sun god Helios. Hephaestus, the blacksmith of the gods, reacted by fashioning a golden net to ensnare the illicit lovers in the act. He then summoned the divine assembly of Olympus and exposed their tryst to the public. In the ensuing commotion, Aphrodite's commitment to Ares was resolute, even when Apollo questioned her. Her unwavering devotion led to Poseidon, the god of the sea, stepping forward to mediate on Ares' behalf. His intervention convinced Hephaestus to release them. In gratitude for Hormus's unwavering declaration of love and Poseidon's intervention, Aphrodite and Ares begot a child, a hermaphrodite. Furthermore, in appreciation of Poseidon's support, Aphrodite gave birth to Aeolus, Poseidon's son. Among Aphrodite's numerous lovers, the young and handsome Adonis held a special place in her heart. Adonis was originally a deity from Lebanon, later incorporated into Greek mythology. He became the subject of rivalry between Aphrodite and Persephone. Tragically, Adonis met his end when he was mauled by a ferocious boar during a hunting expedition. The fierce dispute between Aphrodite and Persephone required Zeus to intervene, and he decided that Adonis would spend 1/3 of his life with each of the goddesses. Yet when Adonis returned to the mortal realm, he was concealed from view. Aphrodite deeply cherished Adonis and continually advised him against hunting, fearing for his safety. Despite her counsel, Adonis was fatally wounded while hunting a wild boar. Aphrodite rushed to his side upon hearing his cries. In her haste, she was pricked by thorns on white roses, which instantly transformed to a vivid shade of red. When Aphrodite reached Adonis, he had already drawn his last breath. Overwhelmed by grief, she embraced his lifeless body, weeping profusely. Her tears gave rise to a silver lotus flower. Emerging from the very spot where they fell on the earth, Aphrodite's passionate and unconventional nature led to further controversies and discord among the gods. And Zeus, despite his own desires for her, decided to intervene. He orchestrated a situation where Aphrodite would fall in love with the mortal prince Anchises, with whom she conceived a son named Aeneas. In Roman mythology, Venus, the Roman counterpart of Aphrodite, also fell in love with Anchises. She urged him to keep their son Aeneas' birth a secret, but Anchises disregarded her warning and faced the consequences, suffering from blindness and a crippling condition. While the Roman goddess Venus used Aeneas to guide some of the Trojans to safety and rejuvenation in Italy, the Greek goddess Aphrodite played a different role in the events surrounding the Trojan War. Aphrodite played a central role in igniting the war, as she bribed the Trojan prince Paris. She promised to assist him in winning the love of Helen, the most beautiful mortal woman, if he would declare her the most beautiful goddess, an incident known as the Golden Apple Judgment. Thus, even though Helen is often cited as the cause of the Trojan War, it was truly Aphrodite's actions that set the stage for the conflict. Throughout the Trojan War, Aphrodite found herself in opposition to the Queen of Heaven, Hera, and the goddess of wisdom, Athena. To support Paris, Ares, the god of war, sided with Aphrodite, offering his protection to the Trojans. Aphrodite intervened on multiple occasions to save Paris from life-threatening situations, inadvertently inciting further clashes on the battlefield. Despite her repeated efforts to aid the Trojans, Aphrodite could not prevent the eventual fall of Troy and the death of Paris. Following the city's defeat, her protection was crucial for Aeneas, enabling him to escape the burning Troy while carrying the Trojan ancestral gods and establish a new homeland in Italy. Consequently, Roman Venus became the special patron goddess of Rome, and later, Julius Caesar of Rome claimed to be a descendant of Aeneas, honoring Venus as the progenitor of the Romans. The story of Aphrodite also finds a place in constellation mythology. During a divine celebration, Typhon, the king of monsters, suddenly appeared, causing a panic among the gods who scattered in fear. Aphrodite noticed that her son Eros had gone missing, and she anxiously searched for him. Eventually, she found a trembling Eros hiding under the lyre platform. To prevent them from ever being separated again, Aphrodite tied their feet together with a rope and transformed them into two fish, plunging into the Nile River to escape. In commemoration of this event, Zeus placed the two fish in the heavens with their tails entwined, creating the constellation Pisces. This constellation symbolizes not only love and beauty, but also the union of spirit and body. In conclusion, Aphrodite, the goddess of love, beauty, and sexuality, is a captivating figure in Greek mythology. Her alluring beauty, romantic entanglements, and influence over human affairs have left a lasting legacy in ancient Greek and Roman culture. Aphrodite's story is one of passionate love, divine rivalries, and her pivotal role in both the Trojan War and the birth of the hero Aeneas. Aphrodite's enduring presence in art, literature, and constellation mythology underscores the timeless fascination with the complexities of love and beauty. Her portrayal as a goddess who could kindle both ardor and discord among the gods makes her a multifaceted and intriguing character in the rich tapestry of Greek mythology.